if you grew up in a controlling or abusive family, you were never taught how to be yourself. You were taught how to be manageable. And the moment you start choosing yourself, it's gonna feel like betrayal. When I say betray your family here, I don't mean by hurting them or cutting them off. I mean breaking the patterns, the expectations, and the roles that are hurting you, and breaking the version of yourself that was built to survive them. That's what I meant. So what I want you to know is an unhealthy family dynamic doesn't only stay at home. It spreads into every part of your life, your romantic relationships, your friendships, and your relationship with money, even how you show up in society. It's everywhere. So if you truly want to change, you will have to heal the root, which is the original cause behind all these branches. But I'm glad that you clicked on this video, because a lot of people, they can't even tell, and a lot of people will be trapped in this cycle forever. So the fact that you are here, it's that means you are one step closer to waking up and to break this cycle of frustration, and to build a better life for yourself. So yeah, I'm already very proud of you. So without further ado, shall we? Hi everyone, Emo here, welcome back. I've received 2 emails from my viewers the other day, which I found very surprised and glad at the same time, because I really appreciated your trust and support. And from the email that you guys said that you have resonated with me in so many ways in my last video about this topic. From very little, I struggled. I felt depressed in ways that I couldn't understand. I had this very heavy and painful time that I was hoping someone could show me a way out, but at the time I got no one. So that's the reason why I'm sitting here to share it with you, because I just wanted to help more people to work out of this. This is really something that we really need to value, and I'm hoping to help those who are still stuck and lost in this as I was before. Being aware of this whole thing is already the beginning of a whole new chapter and the end of your victim phase, because a lot of people, they can't even tell. So you're already doing so amazing, because since you are here, you must have noticed something already. But what I want you to know is the family that we were born into is kind of like winning the lottery, right? You don't really get to choose. If things can get quite difficult sometimes, you will need to know that you still have yourself to turn your life around. So from little, we learned to be someone that they needed us to be. As I said, we learned how to be manageable, okay? So we learned how to be obedient. We learned how to be understanding. We learned how to be useful. So sad. Oh, I'm already sad for saying that. But you need to know that it was only a survival strategy for us. It was only for surviving, okay? So now we need to initiate the Operation Betrayal. From now on, we need to begin setting boundaries, and we need to stop self bullying ourselves. We need to stop being emotionally engaging, and we need to stop needing them to validate us. We need to stop them to approve us. We need to stop them to understand us. Okay, so we need to stop absorbing their emotional abuse. No more. Enough is enough. Because the truth is, the more you crave for the approval, the more power you hand over to them, and that becomes the very leverage for them to use to control you. The more you engage in their mind game, the more they escalate their power, their control. So I've been watching this drama called Succession. It's a TV drama from HBO, and I really loved it. I can see a lot of my family in the Roy family. I can see a lot of the old me in their kids as well. So broken, so desperate, so desperate for their parents' love. They're incredibly rich, but they're incredibly unhappy. None of them are truly happy. So what's the meaning of this, stupid game? It's meaningless. I really recommend that. I highly recommend that drama. If you haven't watched it yet, you can give it a go, because I really liked it. I think it's really good. Be a traitor, be the black sheep in your family. They're gonna be so mad at you. They're gonna be, laugh at you. They're gonna be looking down on you. But what's the point? Like, what's the big deal about that? And I'm not in your, evaluation system anymore, okay? I'm gonna be evaluating myself from today. The second thing is let them, let me. I learned that theory from Mel Robbins. I really like her podcast. I watch it on YouTube all the time, and I learned this from her. And I think it's so useful. It's so handy for our day-to-day life, not only for our family. It can be using for everybody around you. So what I want you to do is, from today, you need to let them be mad at you. You need to let them be disappointed at you. You need to let them be disappointed. You need to let them lose control of you. You need to let them lose their meat puppets. Okay? So you are in full control of yourself from now on. We are independent individuals. We can make our own decisions, and we can choose our own lives. And there's not only one single path that they created for you in this life. There are so many ways for you to choose, and you can choose the path that you feel fulfilling, and you can choose the path that you really feel like you belong. Mature people will have expectations only on themselves instead of others. So it's not your job to make them feel like a man. It's not your job to make them feel like an adult. Betraying our family means that you're gonna think differently, you're gonna be differently, you're gonna do differently, you're gonna abandoning everything that you used to have, that you used to think, that you used to do. Not technically everything. Those, you get the gist. Patterns. We feel like making more money than our family is a betrayal, and we feel like choosing a different life path is a betrayal, and we choosing a different career is feeling like a betrayal as well. So from this moment, you are allowed to say no. And no is a full answer, period. And you are allowed to not explain. Be private, be gone, not tell. You don't need to tell anything that you don't feel like telling, okay? You need to be mysterious somehow. We don't like people that don't have secrets. People need to have some things that's only keeping inside, okay? And you have the full right to do so. As long as you stop complying, things will shift. They will start respecting you more, and they will stop pushing you around, and they will stop underestimating you. But you will start ignoring their judgments because you don't care anymore. You just don't give a F anymore. Don't be a nice person that doesn't have any boundaries, because it's not being nice. It's self-sacrifice, it's self-abuse, it's self-bully, okay? People will not truly respect people that doesn't have boundaries and that doesn't have self-respect and self-love. Have you noticed that people grew up in these kind of families and these kind of circumstances? They are often targets of bullying outside as well. It's because people can sense your energy. Energy is real. As long as people sense that you have no boundaries and you are in need of, and you need to please, and you don't fight back, you never ever fight back. If people sense that there are no consequences for hurting you, they will. Another thing is, it takes time for this. Don't think it's an overnight thing. It doesn't happen just, one snap of the finger. It took me years of, hard work and effort. It took me years to get to where I am today. It's gonna be taking a lot of effort. It's gonna be taking a lot of, commitment. As long as you know where your destination is, as long as you know where what your goal is, as long as you're moving forward, it doesn't matter if you take baby steps. Baby steps are acceptable. Baby steps are great, as long as you are making a progress. That's completely great and fine. Don't get discouraged. You will have downtime for sure. You will still have times that you feel like, I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like I can make it. Imagine those sad feelings. Those moments are only just like water. So it flows in and it flows away too. It just goes through you, okay? It doesn't stuck in you. It goes through you. It comes and it goes, okay? So don't be so stressed about those dark nights. So after this Operation Betrayal, you're gonna take away with something very amazing. You're gonna reclaim this identity of yourself. You're gonna reclaim that your own sense of being, like who you really are. Because when we were growing in that kind of environment, it's very hard for you to really truly see yourself clearly, When we grew up in that kind of environment, it's very hard for us to love ourselves. Usually, a lot of people in that environment is gonna came out as some people, they really hate ourselves. They really hate themselves. It's usually a projection of hatred from the people around you. Sometimes it's not the reality, it's not who you truly are. So after this operation, you will see that you will begin loving yourself. You will begin to see the real you. You will begin to see a lot of good sides of you, and you will have a clearer and more objective perspective towards yourself. You will see the good sides of you. You will see the flaws of you. You will see that because now you have a better vision of yourself. You will see that what you truly are passionate about, what you truly want to do in your life. It's very magical somehow. And you will see that the relationships of you and the people around you are changing, are shifting, because when you start growing the love towards yourself, it's gonna change a lot of the perspectives that you're projecting onto other people as well. You will see that you will grow your understanding towards everybody, so you will have a better capability of interacting with different people. So in that way you will have a better outcome of relationships with people. You will have a better strategy to interact, to get along with your family as well. Because my relationship with my families changed so much after I completed this Operation Betrayal, because I have outgrew out of them in a way, so I can see them as an individual who has their limits, and like what is a suitable strategy for me to interact with each individual. It's really fun. So I really encourage you to join this Operation Betrayal, because it's gonna be, you're gonna see a whole new world after this. And it's a really magical experience in your life, and a lot of aspects of your life is gonna be changing after this as well. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and that's a wrap for today. I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.